All right. Shalom, Yasharala. Peace, Israel. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all praises and honor and glorification to Abanawa Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim, Hawakakadash, and a double honor to our elders apostle of GMS whole wall. And peace and blessings to the hopefully Lekakiam that are out there pushing this gospel, this doctrine of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, in righteousness, in sincerity, and truth, and also shalom. Wa barakatum, peace and blessing to the brethren and the few sisters that may be tuning and listen, learning, studying under the vibration of Yahweh Hashem Hashem Hawakakadash. And once again to Wadi Yahweh Hashem for allowing us to be able to understand this good news, this wonderful gospel. I wanted to listen real quick, man, in low willing. It's edifying, because I was listening to different political analysts about the current condition of the whole world under the rulership of Esau Edom, because these devils they are involving in every single countries. Esau spread his influence all across the globe, and these nations are fed up with these devils, man. They are fed up of how these nations are fed up of how they have been treated by Esau Edom. And this nation right now they are mad, as the scripture says, and they are ready to join other alliances, like China is heavily invested in Africa and also in the Caribbean, as well in South America. So what's happening? There's a transition, a power shift that is currently happening, and the BRICS, the Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. These are emerging economies, these nations created their own leagues, and they don't allow America to be part of it because they see what a neoliberalism has done to the whole world, and pretty much, man, these countries know that America is finished, and that's exactly why they plan to stick to themselves. They want to involve America in their affair, in their businesses, And as you can see, the dollar is collapsing. It's the FRN. It's pretty much nothing. It's just a piece of paper. So I'm driving. So I'm a paraphrase a couple of precepts on you know what's that that's the time we're in. Proverbs 4:18. It says that the path of the just is as a shining light that shineth more and more onto the perfect day. So the more and more as time progresses, as time goes by, we can see clearly that this place is finished. There is no making America good again. This place has run its course, man. This place is out of here, and it's only a matter of time before Yahusha comes and put her down, because this place is begging. She's begging. America is begging to be put down. Is begging to put out of her miseries, and that's exactly what Yahusha has to come in, because if this place was allowed to continue, guess what? It will self destruct. You know, that's exactly what it is. Uh, I wanna go into I wanna go into Habakkuk, the second chapter. So bear with me for a second. So currently driving, as I said, um, Habakkuk. Bear with me for a second. Bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me for a second. Let me just pull it over. All right. Let's get that. Let's get that real quick, man. I'm on. Uh, Habakkuk. Chapter. Habakkuk. uh, chapter 2, Habakkuk, chapter 2, or verse 1, and it says, I will stand upon my watch and set me up on the tower. Let me just get away from here. Let me get out of here. All right. So Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 1. I will stand up on my watch and set me up on the tower and will watch to see what he will say unto me and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon table that he may run that readeth it. And that's exactly what it is. You know, it says, for the visions yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. And that's exactly where we are right now. These visions, these prophecies are no longer tarrying; they are speaking louder than ever before, because that's the time. That's the time we're in. Behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. And that's exactly the characteristic, the trait of the so-called white men. I was thinking how these devils go all across the globe, enslaving nations to economic policy. Giving them loans with higher interest. And once this nation default on the loans, guess what? If come into your countries, and seize your natural resources, you know. And if you refuse to cooperate, guess what? He will get rid of you, assassinate you, make get what they call it coup d'état. They will like expel you out of your country. That's how ISO works, man. That's how these devils has been able to take control over the whole earth, man, to lies, deception, and thievery. Verse 5. He also, because he's transgressive about wine, wine goes into his philosophies, his democracy, his feminism, you know, women lib, women liberations. He pushed those philosophies on those nations, and that's exactly why these nations are currently don't want nothing to do with Babylon. He also, because he transgresses by wine, he's a proud man, neither keep it at home, who enlargeth his desires hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. So Esau has over 1,000 military bases all across the globe, and he's in everybody else's business, man. He's in everybody else's business, and that's how these devils work, man. And that's exactly why third world countries are created because of Esau Edom. Because these third world countries, they are rich in natural resources. So what Esau does with his neoliberalism policies, he don't allow these countries to invest in the agriculture, in the people. He won't allow them to cultivate the land, to invest in the people. So what he do? He make them sign treaties, bring them a bunch of rice, American rice, what do you call it, American goods, making American farmer rich. Meanwhile, the country the farmer in the other countries, that he is that he that these devils are being controlled. Guess what? They can't feed their family, and that's gonna trickle down to them cannot send their children to school and things like that, man. And that's how Esau works, man. And that's exactly why everybody else is catching hell ever since the devils has been ruling over the earth, man. These devils are not fit to war, man. And that's exactly what Yahushua has to come to put a stop to it. Motherfucker, let's get that real quick. Proverbs 29 and 2. Proverbs, Proverbs 29 and 2. Let's get that real quick. You know, that's how these devils work, man. Proverbs 29 verse 2 it says, when the righteous, you know, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked will fall, the people mourn, and that's exactly what it is. Right now, the whole world is in a state of mourning. Why? Because the wicked, the devil, the deceiver, Esau Edom, is in power. You know, so these devils, they got a special hatred for the Israelites. You so-called black Hispanics and the Americans, and these devils, they make it their mission to make your life miserable, to make your life a living hell. You know, because they are your enemy, they are your adversaries. So, and that's exactly what it is, man. And that's exactly why the whole world right now is casting out under this Esau's rulership. You know, but it's only temporarily. You know, it's only temporarily. Our kingdom is going to be the kingdom of Yahweh Shai, and by default, the kingdom of Israel. Israel, right? That's gonna be a forever kingdom. You know, we're gonna be ruling over them. Whether they like it or not, man. There's nothing they can do about it. You know, and that's exactly what it is. Let's go back to Habakkuk real quick. Habakkuk, on chapter 2 verse 6. uh, shall not all these take up a parable against him, in a taunting proverb against him, and say unto him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his, and how long into him that lateth himself take clay. And that's exactly what it is. Esau right now has become a proverb among the nations, man. They call you the great Shaitan, the devil. You know, these Arab countries, they hate your ass because you have oppressed the whole world, man. The Mexicans call you Issachar, call the white man Gringo. You know, the Hamites, you know, in South Africa, white men go home. So everybody, Esau has become a proverb, man. You know, everybody's trying to stay away from him, man. But he still has a little power, even though they don't like him. But they're still conducting business with him. Why? Because he still has that power. But eventually, when it's all said and done, these devils they're gonna go down, man, and they're going down as soon as you speak, man, faster than you can never imagine, man. You know, that's exactly what it is, man. And it says, shall they not rise up again? That it shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be a woody unto them. And that's exactly what it is. In the kingdom, man, it's not gonna be live up to his name, about an abominable, man, abomination. That's exactly what these devils are going to be, man. They're going to be in the state, in the natural state. They're gonna be who they were meant to be, the wicked, the devil, the kings of the whole earth, man. You know. But right now, hey, man, they living it up. You know, it's a white man's world, man. That's Esau's world. Hey, man, live it up, Esau. Live it up. Motherfucker, let's get Lamentation chapter 4 verse 21 real quick. Lamentation chapter 4 verse 21. And it says, I'll rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Oz. And that's exactly what it is. That's your kingdom, Esau. Rejoice, enjoying it. You know, do what you want, man. Because this is it. After this, get ready for captivity. And it says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through to thee. The cup symbolizes affliction, tribulations, trouble, hard time, or persecution, anguish. Hey, that's what we have known. That's what we have known for the past 500 years, man. We have done all these things, man. Guess what? It's coming to you as well. The scripture says in Galatians, be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked, for whatsoever men soweth, that surely also reap. So the same atrocity that we had to deal with for centuries, guess what? They coming back to you, Esau, you know? And he says, the cup also shall pass forth with thee, thou shalt be drinking, and shalt make thyself naked. You know? We're gonna force you to drink it, man. You ain't gonna have a choice. Just like Lazarus, the parable Lazarus the rich man. He's still gonna be begging for mercy, man, from us. You know, we're gonna break this devil into submission, and that's gonna be the most fun part of the kingdom, man. Breaking these nations, molding them how we want them to be, man, by teaching them the law of Yahweh Hashem Shai. Verse 22, the punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thy iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins, and that's exactly what it is. You know, the Lord Yahweh Hashem Shai is discovering your sin. The devils, you are being making bare. You are being uncovered. You have been compromised. Your skirt has been lifted up. We know who you are through your characteristic, and you're going down. So that was a lesson, man. Lord willing, it was edifying. I want to say, Kahora Yamlaya, Hawba Hashem, Shaba Hashem, Hawakakadash. On to next time, Shalom.